Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be going through my top 3 crypto play to earn games that you should really be looking into right now. Quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice and you should always do your own research when it comes to investments. But with that said and done, let's jump in to the first game. Now, the first game, which you've probably heard of, is Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity is essentially a game where they've grown this into more of a universe where there are multiple games involved with this. But the original Axie Infinity came from an adaptation of the CryptoKitties game, which is essentially the first successful game on the crypto space and in play to earn, right? Axie Infinity is essentially a game where you get these Axies that you can purchase online, as you can see here, right? And then you battle them in game in order to earn rewards in the form of crypto. Now, different Axies will be more powerful, and that will definitely correlate and relate to their price as well. But you can pick up an Axie for a few dollars these days, as you can see here, right? With Axie Infinity, these prices can range from a few dollars, or they can go all the way up to thousands of dollars per Axie. And the benefit of getting these Axies is the ability to earn more money from playing the game. So the general synopsis of this game is you play, you then collect, okay, and then you own these Axies. Okay, you can essentially earn the cryptocurrencies in the game, of course, but you can develop your Axie on your own by playing the game and earn more money through that. They've also taken a dive, which I really do love because I come from an esports background myself, but they've taken the dive into esports recently with different tournaments in which people can compete for live prizes, as you can see here with this little picture. So definitely check this out because this is a game that is not going anywhere. It's probably one of the biggest games in crypto, okay? And the fact that they are expanding this, not just in their original Axie Infinity Classic game, but they're expanding this to different games as well, right? So we can see Axie Infinity Classic here, right? We can see Homeland, which is a bit more of a building game, okay? Origins, we've got Ray Lights and a Project T prototype. So if we go to Classic here, this is where you can essentially install this. Feel free to check this out in the description as well. This is where you can get the game. And as you can see here on the screen, we do have this battling feature that will be the in-game playing model, okay? If we go to the next game here, we can see Homeland. And Homeland is a bit more of a farming game, as you can see here. And this is where you can essentially farm items in the game and then sell them on the marketplace. And yes, you can sell them for crypto, which does translate into real money. So this is really, really cool. All of this is done in the form of NFTs, okay? NFTs are the backbone of this game, and it's definitely one I would recommend checking out because when Bitcoin does go parabolic, in my opinion, at the end of this year, games like this and the NFTs that fuel those games will be the things that drive the market and go up in price. So if you do invest in an Axie, this is something that I consider to be a pretty valuable investment because every crypto bull run, assets like this, NFTs like this, do go parabolic, okay? So definitely check this one out in the description. When it comes to selling or buying these assets, they do have a beautiful marketplace in place here. You can see here the UI is fantastic. You can choose what you would like to buy here in the top. So you've got your Axies, of course, accessories for those Axies. You've got lands for that Homeland game that we talked about, okay? And you've got various different items and runes that will help you in the game in terms of becoming more powerful, in terms of earning more crypto. So as we said before, right, these Axies and these items can range from a few dollars, okay? You've got $24 here for this one, right? And then if you really want to invest here, you can actually buy this for $1,500. The next game here is called the Meme Games token, right? So this is less of a GameFi project, but more of a meme token staking project with a gaming element. And I really do like the design and just the prospect of this whole thing. It's really, really cool. Let me just explain what this thing is and then we'll dive into the tokenomics and a little bit about the project, right? So this is in pre-sale phase and the pre-sale is actually directly linked to the gaming element here, right? They've raised 400,000 so far, which is fantastic. They are aiming for over $1 million here, so they're already nearly halfway to their goal. This is a great sign for a potential success successful project here, okay? The point of this thing is you would essentially buy your tokens, okay, and then you would select a meme athlete here, right? So you've got Pepe, you've got Doge, okay, you've got Brett, you've got Turbo, and if I scroll down here, Dog with hat as well, right? So you would essentially buy the token, okay? You would select one of these memes to win the race, and then if your meme wins, you essentially get 25% extra on the tokens you've bought. So 25 extra tokens. That is pretty fantastic if you win. But I've actually discovered a little hack here that I want to share with you guys, right? So what you can do here to really just guarantee yourself a successful win here, right, is splitting your investment up into 5 different investments, right? So if you were going to invest, say, I don't know, $10,000, then you would split that into 5 separate $2,000 investments. And then when you've purchased this pre-sale, you would then select separate characters here, so you're essentially guaranteeing yourself a win, because one of these will definitely win. Then you'll get 25% on the investment of those different characters. So yeah, definitely check this one out. It is in the description as well. And again, you essentially just buy the tokens, okay? You select your character, and then if your character wins, you will then get bonus tokens from this project. So fantastic stuff here. Very much an Olympics themed meme token here. And yeah, if we do just look at the tokenomics as well here, guys, you can see pre-sale 38%. I think that's pretty standard. Here we got staking 10% here. Yeah, you don't want staking too much because it's going to be the sell pressure, right? So staking being 10% is actually perfect. Okay, we got project funds, so this will help them develop the project and obviously get it out there as well. We can see that 17% here. Games winnings 9%. So obviously, if people are investing, this is going to be what they reward them with. Okay, we've got liquidity at 10%. That's pretty standard. Actually perfect. I would say you want it between 5 and 15% here, so 10% is great. Okay, and marketing 15%. Obviously, they want this project to go mainstream. They want this project to be in line with the Olympics and stuff like that. Obviously, the Olympics is over, but there's still a lot of buzz around it. Okay, so this project is going to be fantastic in that sense, and using that 15% for marketing is definitely a good move from these guys. So yeah, not too long left to get into this pre-sale. Okay, so they started August 28th, and now September 8th is really when they're trying to get this thing out there. Okay, a price increase in 3 days, so do definitely check this out quickly. And yeah, they've again raised quite a lot so far, and they're halfway towards their goal. So if you do want to get involved here, the earlier you get in with this stuff and then you stake, right, then the better reward you're going to get. Just typically with any staking protocol, guys, the earlier you get in, the higher APY or API you will get from these staking investments. How to actually get involved? Super simple. Okay, it's right on their site. They got a little widget here. Okay, so you either pick Ethereum or BNB here. You connect your wallet, and then you just press buy, you sign the transaction, and you are in. Okay, after you have signed the transaction, obviously you will be given the option to pick one of these. So pick your favorite one, or do the little hack that I gave you. Okay, and then guarantee yourself that 25% easy game. Okay, the final game here today is Play Doge. And if you haven't heard of Play Doge, then you're probably out of the loop, guys, because Play Doge had a really successful pre-sale. Okay, they are on the market right now, and they are due to release their game fairly soon. What is the game, I hear you ask? The game is essentially similar to Tamagotchi or similar to the Poe game, and it is designed for mobile, where you essentially care for this little dog, okay, your Play Doge, and from that point you can play mini games, you can interact with the game and earn more of the token from doing so. Okay, so definitely check this one out. This is an ecosystem you should keep an eye on. I imagine this thing absolutely flying, especially when crypto does recover at the end of this year. Okay, and yeah, lots and lots of many different things that I think is capable with this game, right? So I think, as you can see here, right, you've got Space Invaders kind of thing as a mini game here in the background of the roadmap, all right? And there's just so much you can do with these kind of 8-bit games where they could expand this to be a really successful mobile game with potentially microtransactions as well. And microtransactions in mobile games is a billion-dollar industry for one, and it can be fantastic for the crypto in itself. All right, if we are looking at token distribution here, you can see 50% for the pre-sale, which is pretty standard, as we've said before. Okay, we had 10% for marketing, and that marketing has been fantastic. Again, they did really well with their pre-sale, raising millions of dollars. Okay, project funds, all right, so they got 10% there. They got staking, which you can do with this as well. So you can buy this and you can stake it and then get rewards in those Play Doge tokens. All right, we've also got community rewards, which will be kind of in-game events, that kind of stuff, which is what you really do want from mobile games. Generally, you want some kind of events to keep people coming back, keep that gamification going. So really cool to see the game and the project really thinking about these things when it comes to the mobile aspect of this game. But yeah, definitely check this one out. You can get this super easily. Just go onto the site. Link is in the description. Okay, you connect your wallet. You can buy it with Binance Chain Coin, so BNB, or you can buy it with Ethereum. Okay, so really check this one out because it's fantastic. And that's pretty much it for this game. In summary here, guys, we have discussed all three of the games that I would definitely recommend checking out this month. Okay, we've got Axie Infinity. All right, this is a fantastic breeding NFT game. This is one of the most successful games that you should definitely have some of these, right? They're literally only $1 to get one of these, or a few dollars. So definitely check this out. Get playing on this one. Okay, we've got the meme games token, which again, you just stake. You use that little hack I gave you. Okay, and then you can earn 25% on your investment if your character wins. Okay, and then we have Play Doge, which is a bit more of a Tamagotchi mobile game themed. Okay, so we're looking at different verticals here with these selections, and what I will say is I expect all of these to be extremely successful, particularly towards the end of this year. So definitely check them out. I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to go into the description to see any of these games, and I will see you very soon. Cheers.